Good morning. My name's Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne, Australia. And it's just 5:02 in the morning here on a Thursday. I have made it through hump day. Holy hell.
Another successful hump day.
And it looks like it's getting, markets are getting ready to do their turnarounds too, to a certain extent. Anyway, we'll have a look. Welcome, Tom.
Hi, Brian.
So let's just quickly do this. So welcome to the FOREX analysis session. Just note any trades discussed in this group are to be classed as educational only, and that's because a group of people help each other out. We're not financial advisors. So when you take trades, you just got to be happy to take them based on your own analysis. We're just here helping each other and taking our own trades. So that's where it's at. Right. Let me just stop sharing. So things are moving around for you, Tom?
No,
No,
they
there's nothing.
they haven't moved at all.
No, okay, yeah. Rightio. Where am I, Danny? What's happening there? Okay, yeah, things are just stagnant at the moment. Okay, fair enough. Right. Can you see my, oh no, what am I sharing? Am I sharing trading view?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, good. I normally, sorry, normally the share bit goes over here onto this screen, but it's staying over anyway. Whatever, as long as you can.
Your camera froze.
Oh,
I mean, it's back now, but your camera had froze.
okay. All right. Well, anyway, we're over here. So what we've got now is this split screen between uh, these candles and these bricks with these extra candles, and it's all a bit mysterious. Okay, which is great. Thank you for spending the time yesterday to help me set the two screen things up.
Did you put those? Did you put that
Yes,
equal highs on?
yes.
Okay.
You can see the lines there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I made mine thick so they stood out so I could see them.
Oh gosh. Okay, where are they? Equal highs and lows, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, just
Make
style,
that.
style, style.
No, isn't it
There
line
you
widths?
go. Oh, I
Isn't
see.
line
Yeah,
widths
that's
after?
5. You're right.
There you go. Something like 4.
Yeah, whatever.
Hang on,
Just so they
3.
stand out.
3's it. Oh no, make it 4. We'll see if they get in the way or not. Right here. So in a way, what you're saying is this could be a pivoting point here, or it could be down here potentially as well. Rightio. It gives you some sort of a, I don't know, target in a way.
Well, here's the thing. If this is telling me it's going down,
Yeah.
then it has to break that blue line, right?
Yeah, the blue line here. You mean the trend bar?
Right. So it's
Yeah.
telling me it's going down,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, I'm saying it's got to go back. If I get a short here, it's going to go back at least to that blue line someplace.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
Does that mean it's going to turn and keep going up? I don't know. Peter doesn't
No,
know.
that's right. No, none of us know. That's right.
So all I know is we're closing in now. So if we're closing in on this blue line, we're either going to break or keep pushing up.
Mm-hmm. That's what we do know. Or
Yeah,
it
but
could
now
go
we know
side, or it
where.
could go sideways for a while. But that's probably less likely. Okay.
But at least now we know where.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a random, is this going up?
Mm-hmm.
It's some sort of plan.
And if it does come back, it's probably likely to It could be breaking this. Let me just hang on. Let's put this across here. You know, where this sort of went sideways here, it's sort of like potential would be to come down in, I don't know. I suppose the trend bar would come. I know it will sort of start to turn, won't it? They could meet all around about this joint, about this place here, this yellow line, and then decide what it's going to do. And we
Right.
have what I term, well, it's not yellow anymore, but a yellow candle because we've got a wick up.
It's going to have to break that bottom green wick.
This one down here.
Yep.
Yeah, which is that sort of consolidation area through here. This whole, this sort of area where it sort of, it sat around here before it took off. Now it's going to sort of maybe come back to there. Okay. Rightio. So is it giving you signs of potential change of direction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's telling me, my green line is telling me it's going to be a short buy back to this yellow line and then take off again.
Oh, look, it's got rid of the wick.
Yeah, it comes and goes. It's got a form.
I hadn't noticed that one before. That's okay. And that is a Wednesday candle. A Wednesday brick. Sorry, I got to call it the right thing.
Okay, so what do we know about
Monday? Monday, and there's no Tuesday. It's Wednesday.
So what do we know about Wednesday?
It normally turns, yeah.
Wednesdays like to end on a high, which means if you get a wick here, that's going to be the high.
Oh, yeah, up in here, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Right. And in a way, if we look at the standard Japanese candles, it has created a high and then sucked back down. Look at that. It did. It created a high. Do you know what I mean? Can you? I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So in a way, it has. This was showing, but then it's come back. Okay, so we're talking about setting a sell stop for this one. Would that be the 1, 2, 3? Setting it here somewhere?
I'm not setting this at all, actually.
Right.
Because mine says...
Look at that. It just created a wick and then another brick.
Yeah, which means it's going to push down into that third candle.
Yeah, okay.
So it'll tap you in. Now, unless you're pretty damn sure it's going to keep going down, there's a chance everything's still blue. It's still going up.
Right.
That blue line is not above that wick.
All right. So the trend bar is not above this green wick.
Either of them.
Yeah, either that or that. It's got to be if it's there. Okay. And the Heiken-Ashi candle hasn't turned white.
And for rate news, if this is the big move, really? Because we had the rate news just a half hour ago.
Oh, did you?
In the US.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yes.
Since we've got that news, are we now saying that we're going to push in a whole new direction? Is this now going to change and go from green, rather the big reds to the greens to now the big greens? Are we going to change direction? And this is just a pullback. So I'm just going to let today play out. I'm not even getting in anything. I literally have zero trades.
So did the rate stay the same, Tom? Just so you...
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'll have a look. I'll find
Oh,
out.
yeah, it stayed the same.
Yeah, stay the same.
Exactly the same. Yep.
Okay. That's probably what's motivated the change. Okay. Definitely pushing down on standard candles and stuff. So you okay? Let me just try and work out your sort of thoughts on it. So the things you're looking for, um, you're looking for the bricks to come down further and the blue line to come up further to that green wick on the on on that brick, green wick on either of those bricks for it to come up, and you're looking for a white Heiken-Ashi
And a short.
And a short. Okay,
I mean, you have to have it all to take that trade.
right. So like over here, where you had a short and that, but you still had blue Heiken-Ashis, you wouldn't get into that sell there.
Right. Because where
Okay.
it's at in the move.
Yeah, because it's pushing up. It just pulled back to the line and then it took off. Okay. Right. Let's say over here. See.
But I would have taken that next long.
Oh yeah, this long. Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. Okay. It's moving quite look at it, quite substantial, the move. So the Canadian, after the Canadian Prime Minister was with he who shall not be named, obviously the Canadian dollars strengthened up a bit. We'll see how it goes against other currencies too, but okay. And what was that? That wasn't a lot of important news here. Balance of trade stuff. Oh yeah, it might be because it's trade with the US. But anyway, I saw a great little speech by a previous president of US talking about tariffs and the and the evilness of them for the actor guy that was the president. Anyway, I'm not
Reagan?
Not that. Yeah. Huh?
Reagan?
Yeah, Ronald. Yeah. And he was sort of, he went on about it. So that's good evening, Darren. All late for you.
Hi, Brian.
Right. Are you okay?
I am, yes, thank you.
That's good. Right. So things are moving. So we'll just see how that plays out. Now, you're probably still in the buy on that. Darren, I don't know. Oh, no, you might be not. It just depends. There's these pushes. We don't have anything there to tell us. But what these bricks are telling us is that it's potentially pushing down. We don't know yet. But anyway.
Yeah.
Rightio, let's move on to the next pair. So what, just so, because you've come in there, so what Tom's saying is see these couple of green wicks down the bottom here? It'd be nice if the trend bar was into it or just slightly above where they are. That's potentially, if it's going to go down further, it has to break that green wick, either of those green wicks. And we're looking for potentially a Heiken-Ashi white candle and a short. So it's like that combination of things to have together. But unfortunately, and you're just saying he doesn't know whether it'll well, it could continue to go up, but there seems to be a pullback in play at the moment. So if someone's in the buy because this is green over here, then potentially this is going to pull back and it may break down below here. We'll just see. Anyway, right. This is where he's sort of grabbing bits and pieces along the journey. Right. AUD as well. Yeah, look, so now this is the situation here. Got a short. It's down into this area here. There's a high and a low. See the line? Oh no, it's a line I put in. Could change the color of those, haven't I? Where's the? Oh, it's nowhere there. Okay. Are you waiting for anything here, Tommy? You're already in the cell because you got a short.
No, I have that blue line is literally right at the base
of that wick.
So yeah, I am not in this yet.
But if you get a white Heiken-Ashi, which you could.
Good.
Then you would.
Mine says it's still buying. My green line says it's still buying. So unless it's going to break this wick at the bottom, change that color to white, I'm not even really interested in getting into it until it does that.
This one.
Then I'm looking at it as a change of direction.
Change that to white. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, there's a few things going on there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But if you notice, it's coming back down through that twin equal high.
Yes.
Right.
That one there. You mean the yellow line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So would now a white Heiken-Ashi, would that give you?
No, wait, hold on. The red brick that you're creating right now.
Well, that is being created. Yeah.
It's being created right now.
Yeah.
Is going through that yellow line. You have no wicks. One red wick above it. Is there another wick below it?
No.
No. So this could literally turn into a wick, and this candle change to now push up. Just because it says short.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's continuing. That's right.
That's right, because it can't break the bottom of this green wick down here. It only has to take the bottom of the last candle where it said long, and it did. So this can literally turn around now and go boink, 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 back up and create a new high.
Yeah, because it is.
We don't know.
Well, it is still in that
it's
uptrend.
Still in the buy.
Yeah, it's still in the buy. That's right.
So until this line gets closer, as close as it can to the last minute, is when I'll consider getting into the trade. Because I see this as we're still buying.
Right, okay.
It's going to have to change my mind to get into a sell.
Right. And then we'll know whether my green line or your green line is more accurate.
It's not a matter of accuracy. It's just what price is doing. Is price just pulling back now?
Sorry. And I know we're not trusting the green line, but the point is your green line is most commonly in the opposite direction to what my green line is.
Right. That's because definitely feed. Right.
Because of feed, yeah. Yep. So all I'm making the comment of, Tom, is maybe because we're not really sure, neither of us are sure, well, I'm not anyway, of which feed is in actual fact the more accurate projection feed. And so all I'm saying is if we have a continuation down and it does break that white line at the bottom of that wick, it could, to a certain extent, and if the blue line then, our trend bar changes to white and we get some white Heikin-Ashis or a white Heikin-Ashi, then maybe the green trend of mine is more accurate than in that feed than what yours might be. We just got to, anyway, that's all I was talking about. It's not anyone right or wrong. It's just.
No, I got you. I'm just saying, if we're going to go in this direction, I want to be around where this thing is closer to the candle.
Yeah.
Because I'm expecting it to pull down, give us another long wick up, and then continue down.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. It doesn't matter which way the green line's going. I'm working it out in my head. And if this line of yours is going down like that, then when I get into the short, I will be sure to let it run regardless of what mine says, because then mine will change to match yours.
Yeah.
Or if it comes down and doesn't beat this wick,
and then
it gives you the long here, and it starts taking off, well, then mine's right, and I know I'm in the right direction for the buy.
Correct. We'll be able to sort that out.
Okay, exactly.
Nice. Lovely. That is good. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, what are these double candles looking at now? What's
Oh, sorry. Let me show you. So what
are these bricks and candles?
Correct.
Oh, no, they're bricks and it's the
Heikin-Ashis.
Smooth Heikin-Ashis.
That's the Heikin-Ashis turned off. They're the bricks, Darren. If I turn the Heikin-Ashis on, the smooth Heikin-Ashis, you can see there these, I don't know, other candles.
You can actually turn this off. If you don't want to see that, just turn it off.
No.
I just use them for backup confirmation when they're it's changing. That's all.
Yeah, I'd sort of, for me, because it can look. I don't know if Darren's saying this, but for me, it can look confusing. I go, which is a Heikin-Ashi, which is a brick, because they're both the same color. It's just what happens here. What happens here, Darren? I'll show you. What Tom's saying here is you have brick, and you have Heikin-Ashi match. As it goes up and it's changed trend, you get a long, but the Heikin-Ashi changes color before it even gets to the trend bar.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yep. Okay.
So what I was just saying to Tom is if this truly is, it's changing direction, and that was the swing high up here, then it's still blue all the way up. If we get, like he's got a wick up, we've got wick down here, we've got a short. I'll try and come across a short. If we get, because that's blue, if we get a white Heikin-Ashi at some point, it could give us more confidence in the fact that potentially this then is maybe going into a sell direction. We don't know.
100%. That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
Because,
you got it.
Because it happens earlier. It's the same thing over here. You got blue, and you're matching blue, but come here. As soon as you've got a brick blue, but you got a white Heikin-Ashi, down it went. And same change here. It goes white, because the bricks are still, but then when you got this blue Heikin-Ashi and you got a long, it's sort of like, well, you could get into that. Because what we're wanting are these longer term moves. Longer moves. But anyway.
And if we're truly changing direction, you're going to have, a short, and it's going to make it to the line. Then you're going to get a pullback, and you'll get a short, and you'll get a short, and you'll get a short. It's just going to go all the way downhill, just riding the shorts all the way down.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean as in additional trades?
Right.
Yeah, thanks. That's what
As
I'm
long as
trying
that
to.
stuff is staying blue, man, I'm taking all the buys out of it
Yeah,
until it turns that line white, and then I'm only taking the shorts out of it.
yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, right. It. Okay. And if we look over here, Darren, like, on this, you go like, oh, yes, it's gone green, beauty thing, it pushed up, and then it's just sunk down here. But, for me, I look at this and go, there's a longer term sell out here. Like this pullback here is just a pullback to the line and to suck people in and then ready to drop itself back out again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's an advantage in having the two views of the one currency.
Right. Right. So if you look at this V right here on the right side,
yeah,
run your mouse across it and look at that move on the left side. The whole thing, the whole V from the high to the low, back to the high.
Sorry.
And then watch it on the daily.
Yeah.
Nope. Right here, Brian. Right here where it says lower high.
Oh, lower high, yeah, there.
Yeah. See where you're at on the daily?
Yeah, just over here.
No. You're still in the green.
Sorry, lower high. Yeah, no, the lower high here. See, my cursor matches one to the other, right? They both match, right? So that lower high just there is in actual fact that short.
That's right.
Just there.
That's right.
And then it dropped off, right? So that's that drop there, which is that pull down. And so even though those bricks, there's a whole heap of them, they all are basically on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so there's a bigger sort of indication of move there. And then once it did that, then all it did was from this higher low there, you'll see the higher low is in actual fact the bottom of that wick.
That's
and then
your
that
green
was
long.
the turn. Correct. And that was the turn where it came up.
Right.
Where what Darren and I would have been looking at this going like, oh, yeah, it's pushed down there. It's like, well, we don't know whether it's here or not. Where here, you can see straight away you got a blue Heikenassi about there, which is that, sorry, doji, and then off it went. Mm-hmm. That would have been, for you, that was a beautiful trade.
Yep.
You got a long for another one, you got a long for another one. Can you see that, Darren? Sorry, am I going too quick?
Or... I can.
You're doing it off your phone, are you?
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. So yeah, so for me,
I just wanted to make sure you got the layout of what you're looking at. It's not, like way up at the top on the daily on the short side, way at the very top. No, it's like right here. It's just section.
No, I understand that. But also too, when you look at that, all those bricks down there are nearly the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Where then over here you got, it might take 3 days. Like for example, what was that brick? That brick was Wednesday, Tuesday. So there's 2 bricks for Wednesday there,
Mm-hmm.
Where in other days there might be 1 brick for 3 days or something, or 4 days. So it's just getting used to that. Anyway, this is now pushing down and even out there. So we don't quite know yet, but anyway, that's okay. Maybe what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing this selling out and continuing this sell. But anyway, and
but at the same time, Brian, that's up to you. If you want to jump in this trade, take it.
Totally agree. Oh no, I'm not talking about jumping in. I'm talking about being comfortable about being able to take a trade or to set a trade up.
Right.
That's really what I'm about in this. And then whether I have the mechanism and comfortable for it to be in a trade, but then to get out of it if it does turn to at minimal loss. So
shit, I closed 8% last night. I am not in a single trade.
Right.
I knew the rate changes will come today. Coming out of a Tuesday, going into a Wednesday, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was
Darren,
like, no, I'm closing everything.
Correct. Yeah. So Darren, I was going. We were talking before. The US rate decision came out, and they kept it the same. So Donald will not be happy. So he who shall not be mentioned will not be happy. But that's okay. We're not here to make him.
The dollar's basically strengthened the back of that, hasn't it?
Potentially, yeah. And the Canadian as well looks. All right, so that's a situation to look for a high connection change. Anyway, AUD JPY, you're right, Darren. Same thing we got here, or not same, but green wick here, green wick down here. We've still got blue, it's still going up. Could be you got a higher high here. It's interesting where this has some target way up here. And there's all these highs and lowers, and anyway, seems to be in at this point. We don't have a short, we don't have a Heikin-Ashi change in color, but we've got some bricks that are moving back down again. If you look on the standard candles, great. Oh yes, get in. It's like no. And I'm looking at this as a long-term downtrend.
So, and this blue line just passed your last wick.
Yeah, this one up here. Well, there is another wick here. Up there at the
look at that.
X48.
I didn't see that one.
There's one at the X48 there. So but you're right, it passed that. So that means that potentially this will come down and could break that. And you've got this higher low down here. So anyway, potential in there. What I'd be looking for in what you were saying, Tom, is a white Heikin-Ashi, and a short out of here.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Potentially. Okay, yep. Lovely. All right, I'm just trying to see similar things. All right, AUD, NZD. Look at this pull up here too, but it's right at the trend line. Oh, I've got to pull that in. Here we go. And look, this long-term sellout here, right? Now, it hasn't broken that week or and up to that short or anything, and now has pushed back down again. Same here. Okay. Again, long-term sell. These green bits are just like little teasers before that gets into the sell. Now, what's your view up on this one, Tom? We do have a change in the...
Find your low-hanging fruit. See the low? See the low to the left? To the left.
Over here.
To the left, way. Yeah. See the low? See that brick?
Yeah.
Fill it out. Boy, okay. Perfect.
All right. See, it's saying that it's going to just pull back a bit and then potentially keep going. Well, I'm not trusting the green line, but I'm just saying.
No, I have the same green line. I'm the exact same as you, but I don't count it either. So if we're going to continue back down to go to this yellow line to pick up that money,
yeah,
it's going to have to stay below this bar. If we're going to keep going up because it missed breaking the high, that's your new high.
Yeah.
So right here, it's going to tell you we're either going to push back up or we're going to break this and stay below and make a new low.
Yeah.
So again, I'm like you. I'm looking for the short. I'm looking for the white Heikin-Ashis, and I'm looking at to stay below that bar.
And also, too, it will, because it's so close to the trend bar, it'll actually change the color of the trend bar as well to white again.
Mm-hmm. So if it comes down and it does just like 2 or 3 candles white and then gives you a long,
you get out.
It out.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
The thing is, too, what's interesting.
But I mean, just be ready. Just like when it comes, it's gonna come, is what I'm saying. So you'll see it and it'll be like, oh, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Oh, it's pulling back. And all of a sudden it'll make a funny candle.
Yeah.
And be turning, and you're like, oh, wow, that happened quick.
A funny brick.
So don't be afraid to get out of trades quick.
Well, yeah. If it happened in the US session, I was asleep, so that's a bit hard. It's interesting here, though. See where this trend bar here is on the 2-hour. It's only a 2-hour frame for it or chart, but the bricks are wherever they are. But if you look where the trend bar here is here, and look where the trend bar is here with the different settings. Okay, one's C5, one's whatever. But look at that turned red to green, and that turned there, the white to blue sort of thing, around the same. Oh no, it's not around the same point. No, this one turned earlier than here. Yeah, turned earlier. Well, that's interesting. Okay. All right. AUD Singapore, which you don't trade, Tom, but we'll have a look and see. And we have white Heiken ashes and we have a short. Wouldn't that have been a good trade to get into? But it went sideways. We've got this up, down, up, down. You can see sideways over here too. Okay. The real, I suppose, the real clincher for this is when the trend bar changes also to white.
It's no different than all the rest. It's got. If you're not sure which direction this is going yet, wait till it turns white.
Until it turns white. Yes, correct. Yeah, but what I'm saying, though, is you could have quite easily, after the short, got in here, but it would have pulled back and down and up and down and up. Like this is, when's that? That was Tuesday. Tuesday the 29th. Thursday, so we're missing, yeah. Then so that's Thursday, then that's Monday, then that's Tuesday, that's Wednesday, and that's Wednesday. Okay. So do you look at this, Tom, and say, okay, look, it's broken the wick, or it's, even though that brick's not complete, we're starting another one, but because it's come below that wick, is that sort of like, well, we've got white Heiken ashes, we've got a short.
Where's your low-hanging fruit?
Which is that?
Nope. Over there where it says short, to your left.
Over here, this wick.
That brick right there, that blue one.
Oh, the one here.
That's it. Draw a box across.
Yeah, but the issue is, and well, from that point, is the blue line would be white by that stage anyway.
Right. And so if it's going to stay below and continue down with that white line, it's got to stay below that brick. That's why it says, oh, it's going to pull back up and make a new high here.
Right.
Because it could bounce off this blue one, tap this bottom, away we go.
Then go up. Stay blue.
And just let it run. It could be weeks before it gets there. Or it could be there in 3 bricks in a matter of a day. You just don't know. But you just don't want to be getting in and then going, oh, it went down, tapped, and now it's turned around, and now I lost 1%.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no
worries.
long. You only got a short you're working off of.
Yeah.
Everything's still blue.
Yeah. Well, except the Heikeneshis are white in the background there. But
And this brick has yet to fail to break that green wick that it's next to.
Yeah, so I'm just saying it was down. We were having another brick start, but now it's sucked back up again.
Right. So it's very possible this is the low and it's going to start to push back up. I mean, you just don't know. That's it.
Yeah. No worries. Okay, cool. Right. AUD USD. So the US dollar has strengthened up, as you said, Darren. So we've got the high, we've got that blue line. There's a fair bit. Is this the point at which it turns? We'll see.
Well, I've just profited out on this finally. I've been in it.
Yeah, you would have. That's
it.
The first time, but since then?
Since then, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's great because you moved your stop loss up to here because it had pushed up, and now it's just popped you out. Stop profited. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Right, so we're looking at whether direction change or not. So we don't know here. We don't have a short. We've got wicks down here. Okay.
No white Hakanashis.
No white. So we don't know yet. Things are in the clouds.
The blue line still hasn't crossed the bottom wick.
No. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just put one across there. You want that one or that one? Does it? Oh, maybe that one. It's like a white. Ooh. Here we go. We'll see. Okay, so there's all of this sort of view. All right, CAD CHF. Wait till it gets itself sorted here. There we go. Wow. Okay. Grade to high, got that wicks here. And a wick down here. We're still blue at the moment. We'll just wait and see. If it changes and we end up getting white Hakanashis and we end up pushing through, we got, well, there's that wick there. And there's also that wick there. And I pick one or the other. This has been such a long-term sellout, though. All right. Okay. So high, looking for short, looking for whether it changes. It's coming to the trend line now. But anyway. Rightio, CAD-J. Whoa. Right.
Pushing up.
It is. See, it's come off that. I don't know what that one is. What's that one? That's doesn't tell me. Anyway. So even though that's gone white, here, white brick, and we have white, it would have been good to get that trade short and there. Could have got a little bit in there down to here maybe, and now you would be out of that trade and then into the buy.
Not
necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
But you'd be out of that trade, which is what you did.
I'm out of the trade down, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where's your low-hanging fruit?
You mean for it to go up or to go down?
For it to go down, it has to beat what?
This down here.
No, see the last candle, see the last brick.
There.
No, up to your left, the blue one. To your left. Keep going. Yeah, there you go. See that one?
Yeah.
Couldn't beat it. That's your low-hanging fruit. That's the move that caused that high.
Yeah, okay.
That's the brick.
And then it's come back. It's come back to it. Okay.
So draw a brick. Draw a box across there real quick.
Yeah. And it's also got that sort of.
So now it's either going to stay above this bar and keep pushing up because it can't break the low.
Yeah.
Or it's going to turn here, come back up, tap, 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 and then turn around and come back because it's not going to be able to beat the high. You'll get another short.
Yeah.
Because this is telling you it's going down.
Yeah, but you'll only get another short if you get a long.
Right. So where's the long going to come back to? What do we know it can't beat to keep going down?
The red wick.
The second set of bricks from the top.
Yeah, which is where the red wick is.
Right. So that's already been tested.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So we might get a change to a push up for a little bit and then potentially, I don't know. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's it. Exactly. That's all you're doing. You're just watching what it's doing. You're
okay.
Following what it's doing.
Rightio. CHF JPY. We got time. Okay, all right, we're 10-2. We look at a push back up. Now we've got a long. Look at this. It went white and then pushed up. Like so, if you look at CAD-J and you look at where won't do that. Look at that. Did the same thing. Pushed down, went white, and now it's potentially pushing up. So if we go to
and I'm almost willing to bet you when you go back to CAD-J, if you look, see that wick right there that it just created?
Whoops, CAD-J.
There's going to be a wick there, and it's going to tap into that yellow line.
Oh, right. Yeah. That one.
You won't see it till it's created.
Yeah. Okay. Bit like this.
So that's why when you asked me the other day, you were like, why are you already in that trade? It doesn't show anything. Because you're at the yellow line, you know darn well that's going to create a wick one way or the other, either at the blue box or at that line.
Right, it's out of here. Radio. Okay. All right, CHF JPY. See how that's done that? Blue line. See how it went white, then went blue again, went white, now it's going blue again. Now we've got a long. Time to get into a buy, huh?
Yep.
So
now is when I would get
but it would be good to have a blue Heiken-Ashi with it as well.
Right. I'm not in it yet. No.
No. Well, I've been in it.
But it is a good time to be looking at the buys.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just looking on my. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that's why. That is why. What is going on? Hang on. Okay. Good drama there. Hang on. It doesn't matter. I'll fix it. Sign out. It doesn't matter. I'll do that later. Should do. Where have I got? Because I didn't put that in there, did I? Sorry, gentlemen. Yeah, okay. So that would have gone into some sort of a profit then. Radio. CHFJPY. That's good. Come back down here, touch, went white, and now it's, we'll see how that goes. All right, then. Can't remember what that is. Sorry, hang on. I've just got to. Okay. Sorry about this. Oh. Something happened to my C trader. There we go. Rightio. Now, well, let's see. Rightio. Okay. Now, euros, euro AUD. Whoa. Okay. Let's definitely so it's now made a lower low. It looks like it's going to do a little bit of a pullback before it potentially drops off further, maybe, and there's a whole lot of stuff in here. So it would be time to get out of, if you're in that sell, time to get out of it, potentially.
Here's why I say. Here's why I'm hesitant. One, you're in a downtrend now. It's still moving down.
Yeah.
This is telling you it's not going to come back all the way, and your line's still white.
Correct.
So it's a good possibility that this is going to be a pullback before a continued push.
Correct.
Because that looks like a high over there on your side with that big ass green candle.
Yes, correct.
So as long as that line's white, I'm still looking at taking sells out of this.
Sells, yeah, but if you're already in the sell, would you get out of it in the pullback?
No.
And then, okay.
Not at this rate. It's moving nice.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, you've already had 1, 2, 3 shorts, and it's still pushing down.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're not in the trade already, you would wait for that pullback and then get into it with another short potentially.
Correct.
Okay. Oh yeah. You're okay. That changed green, change white, it's down, it's, yeah, okay. And potentially going further. Has created a wick down here though. But you're still white and okay. So it'll depend on what's that brick? That's Wednesday, that's Monday. Okay. Yeah, you can see Monday pull back down and then back up. It's not really okay. Okay. Euro CHF. You're in the short on that, Darren?
Yes.
Sell it. It's got a wick here to deal with. So if it's going to continue to sell, it would need to break that wick, Tom, correct? But we've got a short, we've got a white, we've got Heiken-Nashi on white. It's like this one's setting itself up.
Bring it down just a little bit.
Get a little bit. You mean like that?
Yeah, that's it. All right. So you're actually making a W here. There's your leg, there's your pullback, there's your down. So it could possibly just push back up to take out this yellow line.
Yeah.
Because actually you have a lower low.
Yeah. Down
a higher low.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why I just said it would need to break this wick for it to continue down any further.
Right. I understand that. But I'm saying if you take that last, see, how do I explain? You see the long down at the very bottom?
Yes, this one here.
Mm-hmm. See that blue wick that created the top? I'm sorry, the blue candle that created the top out there all by itself?
That one there, yeah.
That's the one. Draw a box across that for me, if you would, please.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to break down past that. But then, I'm talking about the wick here too. Okay.
That's what you want your trend line to break, to know if it's going to keep going down.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you do get into the sell, follow that trend line down.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's white, and make sure it stays white through this box.
Mm-hmm.
If the bricks start turning blue again, even if that candle's through the box, I'm sorry, even if that line's through the box,
yeah,
and it doesn't break this long, take the long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I'll be looking at the long. I don't know what you want to do with it. I can't tell you to take the long.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just, yeah, it's okay. Okay, Euro GBP. Well, okay, that's been, and then we'll just get a bit of a pullback in a minute. So it's typical sort of Tuesday, Wednesday type. Okay. Let's hit that lower low. Anyway, we're watching this for potentially a turnaround now. Oh, it could continue, couldn't it? Wow. There's a break. Sees the other side of the rails. And,
but you see up top how it was the low and it came up and went around and went through the trend line and then started coming down again.
Yeah.
This is what I'm looking for here, is for this to pull back up, hit that trend line again, and back down we go.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for it to repeat.
Yeah. It does it over and over. Oh yeah, Euro JPY. Oh, now we've got a long change of color of candle. This thing's been stupid, hasn't it? Where's that high? Up over there. So it's that. Okay. Right, we've got to change the trend bar color. We've got a blue, we've got a long. All we need now is do we need a blue Heikenesi?
Yeah, because it has to beat that. It has to beat that last blue brick right there, right above your cursor. Yeah, that one.
That one there.
Yep.
It hasn't got a wick on it. Right? Okay. Right here. You're NZD. Doing the same thing. You're pushing back up. Well, we do have a long, we've got that, but we don't have a change. It's a fair distance away from the trend bar.
Yeah.
But if we get a blue and or a Heikenesi with it, all right, that one's undecided at the moment. Euro Singapore, that's still going down at the moment, isn't it? Dojied off, but that's okay. It's come to this line, create a low. Right. Potentially caution at this point. Okay, we don't trade it anyway. Okay, Euro USD. Well, okay. So this has created that wick back up into here. We've gone down to the white, back in the blue, but then it's pushed back down again. Well, the brick is, it's sort of, maybe we've got some sideways movement. It has over here anyway, but yeah, it's not convincing to do much there at the moment. Okay. I'm going to have to go soon. Sorry. Let's have a look at some GBPs and then Darren's oil, where that's gone. G. Oh, okay. Got the long push, but then it came back down again, gave us a short, then back up again. Looks like it's sort of just working itself sideways a bit. Maybe up. We'll see. We'll have to get a change. To get a blue Heikenesi and some blue. Okay. GCAD. Oh, yeah, we had blue, but then it's pulled back down again. Bit of sideways. GBP CHF, same sort of sideways, but we do have a white. Okay. Potentially selling out. Okay, so but it'll have to beat that white wick, the blue wick just there, and by that time, the blue line is already above it. So we'll see. All right, GJ. Wow. Okay. That's already good. Short thing is, you're in the cell, Tom? No, you said you're in.
I'm not in any trades.
Okay. Oh yeah. GN. It's like the TA. Bit of change. Okay, well let's see what happens there. If what we're looking for then is this brick. What's that day? That's Wednesday. That's Wednesday as well. That's Tuesday. All right. So if we get a blue and then, oh no, we won't get blue there until it crosses. But if we get a Heikenesi blue, then and a long, we'll see. All right then, it's just getting a little bit of pre-warning in it. GBP and Singapore saying, oh, we'll go along there. Okay. We haven't got, okay. Interesting. Okay. And GU. There's a wick here. There's a long there. It's still blue. It hasn't come up to there. Okay, so that one's undecided. I can't look at too many more there. Sorry. Or the US, UCADs. Let's see there. Okay, that's come back up to CHF. Right. JPY. Right. Singapore. Right. Okay. And then gold. I think it made it 3-4. Gold, yeah, pushed right up the other day, 3.5. Bitcoin's 96, wherever. And where's your oil? Well, still coming down. Gone below that previous sort of solid low. It's at 57,967. Right, did that little pull back up, but then it's dropping back down. Okay, got a blue there. All right, okay. That's it for today. We've gone through a few of the pairs, but we're starting to get a little bit more. I am anyway, to look at what you're looking at, Tom, and seeing where and why. I think you get becoming a little bit more conservative or a bit more cautious than you may have been in the past. That's my view.
I would say I wouldn't say I'm more cautious. I'm still doing the same thing. It's just I'm going a little bit slow for you basically. Just so you get the basics, because there's stuff I still want to show you about this that it's like the next level. So how to read how to use the wicks and things like that. So I'm just being patient with you, man, because I want you to succeed rather than overwhelm you.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just a different strategy. That's all.
Once you get the basics down, we'll move on.
Yeah.
You just got to train your eye to see it.
No worries. I need to go. I'm going to be late if I don't get. Sorry. Okay, then. You're right, Darren. Take it easy, mate. Thanks for sharing. Come and have a look. Take it easy.
Okay.
Okay.
See ya.